My name is Ankona A with name 63250023 from class 63 to be 14.
Hi, my name is Siti Ningsih with name 63250514 from class 63 to be 14.
Thank you, teacher.
In this first season, I'm Didi, will be the host, and Aa will be our guest. Our first topic is AI, or Artificial Intelligence. AI is really popular right now. So, Theodore, what exactly is AI?
In short, AI is technology designed to let computer to mimic human intelligence, from thinking and learning, from data to making decisions.
No wonder AI is so smart, but if our AI has several categories, right? What's the other?
There are three types of AI. First, now AI. This is what we use every day, like Google Maps or Face Unlock on our phones. Second, general AI, which has human level intelligence, that is still in the development stage. And third, super AI, whose intelligence for surpassing the human brain, that is still just a theory.
Wow, that's really interesting. But I'm curious, how does it actually work behind the scene? Is it the same as the regular computer program that's given ready introduction?
Well, here's the plot twist me. Modern AI doesn't run on conventional rigid programming code like if A tend to be. On the contrary, modern AI actually uses data to train itself. This process is driven by two main concepts.
Wow, what are the main concepts?
The first is machine learning or ML. This is a method where computers are fed thousands of data points to recognize patterns on their own. For example, the computer is given 10,000 photos of cats, so it can figure out for itself what the physical characteristics of a cat look like.
So it learned, for example. What's the second one?
The second one is called deep learning or DL. It's a much more advanced branch of ML because it's inspired by the structure of the human brain's neural network. Deep learning is used for complex tasks like recognizing our face or translating language instantly.
That's amazing. No wonder AI is starting to look more and more like human. Yes, even the way it's run is similar. But if a real super AI ever does exist, the kind of scary is it? So far, what do you think the most noticeable positive and negative of AI?
Positive are clear. It saves time, can help the medical field, and makes learning more personalized. But the negative too are serious to me. It could lead to job losses, make people lazy, short thinking, and even trigger a privacy crisis like deepfake or hexes.
That's absolutely right. Why we have to be wish of speaking of the negative impact, there is a lot of conflicting speculation about AI. How about we do a quick mix versus facts segment to set the record straight?
So great! You start the myth and I'll give the fact.
Okay, number one, AI has human-like conscience and feelings.
completely wrong. AI only possesses math, statistics, and data factors. AI doesn't feel anything.
Good. Hair number two, the one that caused the most panic. AI will the overall human job in the near future.
Well, that's not entirely true. AI is indeed changing the nature of work. Administrative jobs are decreasing, but new professions are emerging, like AI prompt engineers, AI ethics experts, and even data annotators.
Oh, so it's a matter of adaptation. As well, AI is always right and natural.
That's wrong to me. AI will take the data used in training it. If the training data is biased,
Oh, that's really enlightening. So we don't need to be too paranoid, but we still have to stay critical, right? Well, looking at how things are developing now, how actually is AI transforming the various industries around us today? Is the impact really that tangible?
it's fun really. AI has no move beyond computer, let's end is transforming many sector of the economy. Here are some simple examples. Education. There, personalized learning where AI acts as a 24/7 personal tutor the adapt to each student learning pace. Business and finance. It's used to automate financial reports and detect credit card fraud in real time by analyzing transaction patterns. And next, creative industries. Movies, games, and effective now are generate AI to instantly create script, draft, image concept, and even background music. And last, manufacturing and logistics. AI robots in a large warehouse can automatically sort goods and predictive AI can detect factory machinery malfunction before they actually occur.
It's amazing, almost every aspect of our life has already been touched by AI. Alright, wrap up our super comprehensive yet ancient chat about AI. Now, let's take a short break. Moving on the second to topic, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for
Brainstorming! Welcome back to Brainstorming! Now let's switch roles. I will be the host and Mimi will be the guest. Our second topic is just as exciting, the internet. Ning, we use the internet every day. But do you actually know what internet stands for and its real definition?
Of course I do. Internet stands for Interconnection Network. Generally speaking, the Internet is a global communication network. The connection of electronic devices from computers, smartphone to smart TV all over the world. It's the Internet that allows us to share data, communication, and access information instantly without being limited by distance or times.
Great, that's very clear. So, to make it even easy for our listeners to understand, what are the main points to grasp the internet in general?
There are three main points are a first main function as a medium for sending email, searching for information or browsing, watching video, playing game, or working remote, even shopping online. Second, physical infrastructure. Behind the scene, the internet is connected through a massive network of fiber optic cables underground and on the ocean floor supported by satellite signal and health tower. User access. Well, to get connection, we need a ISP or internet service provider, such as IndiHome, Telkomsel, BizNet, or the mobile carrier we usually use. And the last in conclusion, the internet can be described as the largest digital library and highway that unite the entire world into signal network.
Wow, that's a really cool analogy. A digital way. So how does it work technically? How can our data be sent that fast?
Simply put, our data is broken down into small pieces sent via Wi-Fi or cellular network, and then receivable once reaches its destination. To ensure it doesn't get to the wrong address, all devices use the same standard language called TCP or IP and have a unique address number called an IP address.
Cool. Aside from the ones you just mentioned, what other main services are there?
The most important ones that we use every day are the www for browsing website, email for sending message, and social media and cloud store for using Instagram or storing data online.
There's no denying it. Internet technology has completely transformed human civilization over the past 3 decades. But from your own perspective, what are the most noticeable positive and negative impacts?
The impact is hot up. As for the positive impact, we get unlimited access to information. You can now learn anything from home is for free. Global connectivity, communicating with people on the other side of the world in the real time via text or video call. New e-commerce crowd, the emergence of the e-commerce business, remote work, and the professional like content creator or digital marketing.
I totally agree. But behind all the compromise, the dark side is no joke, right?
That's right. We also need to be aware of the negative impact, such as attention and mental health. Excessive exposure to media social can trigger anxiety and digital discrimination, or cybersecurity risk ranging from personal data theft and account hacking to online scam. Period of misinformation. False information can reach millions of people in a matter of seconds before it can be clarification.
Wow, that's really comprehensive. But wait a minute thing. Since we had myth versus fact quiz in the first session, there are tons of myths circulation on the tool. I challenge you answer the myth versus fact version for the internet. I'm ready.
Bring it on. Go ahead and tell me the myths.
Okay, the first one. The internet actually comes from satellites in space.
Myths. Fact is 99% of internet data travels through giant undersea cable. Satellites are usually only used for remote or insulated area.
Oh no, a lot of people hack this one. Second, if we browse in a monitor mode, our data is 100% private.
That's completely wrong. Talk model only deletes your search history on your phone or device, but through internet service provider or ISP and website owner can still check your activity.
See, you got me there. Next, the internet is the same as the www.
They're different. To put it simple, the internet is the root, while the www or website and apps are cars diving on the run.
Clear. So no one needs to be required anymore. If we delete all file on the internet, it's gone forever.
That's a myth too. Anything that's been posted online leaves a digital footprint that are really hard to completely erase.
That's right. Digital footprints are ruthless. One last thing, all those hidden websites are called the dark web.
That's not quite how it works. Most hidden websites are part of the deep web, which is safe and legal. Like our email or mobile banking page, they require a password. The dark web is just a small part of it, usually used to illegal activity.
That was a great explanation. Today, we have overviewed from the basic of AI theory to how the internet works and its impact.
That's right. Technology makes our life easy as long as we understand how it works and use it in this way.
Thank you to our beloved lecturer and everyone who's been listening. I am A.
And I'm Dini. We'll sign off for now.